Haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm back finally. Had some extra time. Decided to get a video out today. It's a nice, pretty gloomy day, but it's the middle of winter in Washington, so it's kind of how it is during this time of year. As far as life has been, it's been a journey. And seeing a lot of people on the internet complain about how hard life is and can't afford anything. But honestly, I think the solution to all this is to save, invest, cut down on your expenses. Making money isn't always the option for everyone. So we gotta do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? To make ends meet. And just so we can keep our sanity as well, and get caught up in all this rah-rah stuff can really mess with your mind. So it's important to stay grounded in your beliefs and what you believe is right, and just stay true to yourself, because it's so easy to lose yourself these days with how the world, that's just how it is, It's just how it is. But as long as you keep your head up, stay positive, do the things that you love to do, you'll find happiness within yourself. You'll be able to appreciate life in the simplest things, whether that's going outside, taking a hike, recording YouTube videos, snowboarding, drawing, painting, doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you love to do, don't stop doing it, Keep doing it. Somebody out there will appreciate your work, you know what I mean? I don't do this YouTube stuff, to try to even be on that spectrum of making money or anything like that, And it sounds hypocritical because I haven't posted in 2+ months. I haven't had anything to say, I've just been quiet and kind of going through the motions a little bit, and that's where things start to fall apart a little bit, Work's been going good, but at the same time, there's issues. There's always something that happens, right? Trying to move locations so I can work closer to home. I'm working on that right now. That's stressful, but it's just part of life and all that stuff. You just gotta keep moving forward and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going and figure this out as we do it. Got some dogs passing through. But yeah, I'm back doing my thing, back making videos for you guys. I know I lost a couple of subscribers because I wasn't posting. And that just comes with the territory. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not mad about it. Subscriber count, doesn't matter as much to me as making videos that people want to see, and it's just not all doom and gloom or some kind of agenda with it. Nothing like that. I just genuinely want to put my voice out there and have people hear what I have to say. And it's mostly coming from, a good, positive, uplifting mindset, spirituality, all that stuff matters. Even though you can't physically see it, it's still there, you know what I mean? So, but other than that, just try to keep your head up. Times are tough right now. It's hard to get a job anywhere. I know this because I've had to do some job hopping. I had 5 jobs in 2025. It was quite a year for me last year, but let it get to me a little bit, and you can't let small stuff bring you down. If you can conquer the little things, small battles, small hiccups, then you can conquer mountains, valleys, hills, all those things. So, man, my goal right now is to just save as much money as possible, man. Save as much as I can. Do what I can to grow my money and build equity. So that way, when I get old one day, I don't have to work as hard as I'm working right now. The money can be found in different pockets. There's a lot of different avenues that money can be made nowadays, especially on the internet. So, I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to make money from this? This would be amazing. I was able to make money. But that's not my primary goal. My primary goal is to help people. My primary goal is to, again, get my voice out there. Because in a world that's turned into robots, it's easy to be conformed to that lifestyle. And just with our phones, everyone is on their phone all the time. All the time. Doesn't matter how old you are. Everyone is on their phone. Literally everyone. You can be 20 on your phone, 12-year-olds are on their phone, 60-plus-year-olds just staring at their phone or whatever. Not engaged with the person that's right next to them, or it's hard to. We're all stuck in this shell, and I think we've gotten so comfortable with the way we've been living for so long that we've forgotten how to be human, So I just encourage everyone to get your voice out there and make your own channel and express how you're feeling and let people know that we're all in this together. This isn't a one man army, even though it might seem like that from this channel, but it's really everyone. If you have something to say in the comments, let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, things are going pretty good. And starting up some extracurricular activities here pretty soon. Getting back to the gym. That's really helped me a lot. Just mental state, physical state, spiritual state, everything. Don't be conformed to the things of this world, because they will bring you down. Instead, be true to yourself and know what's right, what's wrong, and then you honestly can just go from there. everything else will kind of fall into its place. As long as you have your morals in place, you know, nothing can really stop you besides you. But yeah, just keep going after your dreams. Don't be conformed to what everyone's saying. You know, you still can do what you want to do. Do it, and just keep doing it. Just go. Make videos. Do the things that you've been putting off. And you just have to find time to do all the things that you want to do, or even if it's just one thing. You know, you want to start a business? Great. How much time can you really dedicate to it? You know, you're gonna have to dedicate time after work and do it, or do it on the weekend or something. You know, especially if you have a job, right? You gotta make time for other stuff, for the things that are important in your life, because they matter. You know, God puts you here for a reason, put me here for a reason. So, you know, I think he wants us to enjoy the journey, enjoy the struggle, because that's what makes us who we are. You know? That's what makes us human beings. We're social creatures, so you know, we need each other to communicate. You know, it's important. And that's one of the big problems that we're having right now is the lack of communication with people. You know, we don't have that same sort of, you know, just togetherness or anything. It's, at least I've been struggling with that. You know, who really is in your corner, you know? With all this life stuff going on, it's just gotta do an audit, you know, sometimes, and figure it out. Figure out what's good in your life, what's bad. Once you do that audit, you know, it's you can start having some clarity and drawing some conclusions as to, you know, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, right? But don't ever lose that spirit, that fire that's inside of you. That don't ever let that die down. Do what you want to do. You know, make your money, pay your bills. But at the same time, if you want more than just that, then go after it. And that's what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about helping people and just letting you know that, you know, I'm here for you, and if you need to pick me up, obviously, you know, this is what I'm here to do. You know, I have a whole setup that I can just, you know, turn the camera on, computer, have my microphone, can do all that at home. But I don't always want to make a video in a room, you know what I mean? Like, I like getting out in nature or just anywhere outside in general. You know, the more you leave your house, the easier it'll be to connect with your environment again. Even if you're just talking to a camera, you're still talking, you're still getting the things that you're feeling out, not on paper, but, you know, and just raw talking. And the only difference here is that I'm recording everything, and it's going on YouTube, and it goes through an algorithm, and, you know, if people are feeling the way I'm feeling, then it'll pop up, and, you know, people will start watching you. So, you know, I'm not doom and gloom. I'm not any of these other clowns on YouTube that are just trying to milk this for money or whatever. They're not saying what's really going on, the real stuff. And you know, our world is crumbling right now. It really is. But you can't let that get you down, you know? There's always a light. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. If you just keep that in your mind, then, man, you really can accomplish anything. I think the biggest thing is that we get so wrapped up in, oh, I can't do X, Y, and Z because you need A, B, C, D qualifications or whatever it is. Don't let that get in the way. Don't let qualifications or experience or whatever. If you want to do something, you can do it. You know, it might not work out right away. You're probably going to struggle because that's just how life is. But the beauty of that is the journey itself. You know what I mean? If it really was that easy, then literally everybody and their mama would be on YouTube recording like I'm doing right now. Post it, boom, views, money. Right? If it really was that easy, then billions of people would be doing it, but not billions of people are doing it. Only the top 1% is making money, like good money off this stuff. So, you know, I remember a time when YouTube was kind of like this. You know, it was very personal, it was raw, not very many edits, anything like that. But now it's turned into hyper monetization, you know, the whole corporation kind of thing going on, where people have teams of, you know, employees, and, you know, all they got to do is show up on camera, right, do their thing, and then boom, we got editors, you know, you got writers probably that are writing scripts, you know, for videos like that. But now I'm seeing a lot more videos of people kind of just going like this, talking to the camera, firing it up, and just saying what's on their mind, you know, the state of the economy, just anything, right? The way the world's going, because it all feels like we're lost. We all feel lost. Everyone seems like they're lost. And, well, what decisions have you made that have led up to this point? What are the choices that are you gonna make, or that you have been making, that have led you to this point? You gotta think about every decision, every choice. Life is about choices, and there's so many different choices that we can go through each and every day. So I can have a choice to not get out of bed and not record this video. That's a choice. I can so do that. But I don't feel fulfilled, or I will constantly feel like I'm not doing it enough if I just go to my job 5 days a week and then just go home, sleep, eat, work out. Like, I need to make these videos. I need to be able to talk. I need to be able to talk to somebody for me to be able to be fulfilled. And I need to be able, I'm talking to a whole multitude of people to a camera. You know, so it's like, it's good. But, you know, I don't know, people see a camera and freak out. But again, I don't want to let my audience down. So that's why I get up and do these videos. I get up and make this stuff. I don't make any money off of it, but I still I still want to be there for you guys. I still want to make a difference in the world, whether it's just a little, when you throw a rock at water and it makes a little ripple effect. That's what I want to make. That's the impact that I want to have, even if it's just a small little ripple. You know what I'm saying? It means something. How you doing, man? Good. How are you? Aw, cute dogs. But I need, this is like a little mini therapy session for me. You know what I mean? I need to get out and just talk, make my videos, because this is important to me. And so, as a result, I want everyone to just keep grinding, keep going. We're all in this together, so let's not tear each other down. Lift each other up any new way possible, because the whole world is just drowned in negativity, and that's what people feed off, negative energy. Misery enjoys company, but don't get conformed to that. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental state. Just keep staying the course, whether that's doing a job and then doing a side hustle, or you're going to school and you want to be a doctor or lawyer or whatever, engineer. See, I tried the school route. It didn't work out for me. But at least I tried it. It didn't work out for me. I have a degree that doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. But that's fine. I'll at least put myself through that. I learned a lot. Not really much in education wise, but just the whole experience of doing college. It's just not my thing right now. I'd rather do other stuff that I like doing, and nowadays you can go to college for YouTube, which is crazy. You could literally just fire up the camera and do it yourself for free. Why would I pay somebody thousands of dollars for a degree that people can just do it for free? And I think a lot of people are falling into that trap as well. But they're like, hey, I'm about to make some money, right? Then there's no job for it, right? And then they're all disappointed. So I think another big thing that we can do to get rid of this doom mindset is to just pick something that you might enjoy doing for a while. You might not. Pick something you might enjoy, and then do your side hustles, do all that stuff, and then do what you can. Ask God for help. Ask God to show you the way. That's really all we can do. If we're not seeking, if we're not learning new things every day, if we're not growing, if we just stay stagnant, that's when the devil starts being like, never really done much the last year. Okay, now I'm gonna get him. Now's my chance. So it's important to always stay improving in ways, right? Whether that's communicating with people, whether that's getting in better shape, whether that's getting more money, right? Or just you can only control what you can control, so it doesn't make sense to live in fear, because you're worried about things that you can't control. And that's the epitome of what the devil wants you to believe. He wants you to stay worried and down and all that stuff. The world wants you to be down, right? But it's up to you to change your habits, your lifestyle, your mindset, or whatever it is that you need to change. And then things should start falling into place. Obviously, this isn't going to happen right away. You can't expect, you pray one time and then everything goes away. Everything happens. No, you can't expect that. Life is a slow, long, methodical drive down the field. That's literally what life is. Dink and dunks. 3 yards there, 4 yards there, 5 yards there. First down. All right. We didn't turn the ball over, right? If you turn the ball over, let's just say that's equivalent to losing the job, right? Turn the ball over. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? Now you're on defense. Now you gotta find a job, right? Now you gotta defend your financial. Now you have to defend your financial situation, right? Financial situation's on the line when you lose your job, right? Well, not everyone could just fire up a camera and make money, so. Right? So just keep that analogy in your head of life being like a long, slow, methodical drive down the football field. Like, it's literally how life is, just gradually improving each and every day. What can I do to get better? If you just have that going, then things will just start happening. You don't have to. You no longer are in this state of just being stuck. That's the worst part about feeling any sort of way as far as hey, my life's not going well. If you feel stuck like everybody does, okay, how can we get unstuck? You gotta ask yourself these questions. And just ask them. Just don't ever stop questioning anything. I question the way things go all the time. All the time. Just keep questioning. Just be like, what else am I doing? What else could I be doing? Why are things like that? Why is it like that? Why did the chicken cross the road? Kind of thing. Just keep asking questions, man. Because if you don't, you're gonna be miserable, man. Ask questions. It's important. You gotta keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Hold on, there's people right here. Hello. How you doing? Just keep going, man. That's what's been getting me. I just haven't been going. I've been sort of just oh wait, I'm still recording. Hold on. That's part of the last couple of months. I haven't posted a video. I've just been watching everyone else kind of live their life on YouTube, and I've been getting some good. Look, shout out to the Jacob Whelan's, shout out to the Michael Bordanos, shout out to the Jack Morgans. Who else? I'm missing some people, but that Dapper Devs, people that I watch a lot, and it's not. It's a lot of jokes, a lot of women talk and all this stuff, which is it's important information to know and stuff like that. My content is a little bit different. It's more personal, it's more raw, it's more the average person. Everyone's kind of down and out, and they can get to you, but don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you, man. It's easy. You know what? Something I've really been pondering is that it's really, really easy to be negative. It's super easy to be negative. Extremely easy. That is, anybody could be upset, angry, right? But it's harder to be positive. It is so hard to be positive. That is not easy. If you can be positive in a world that's negative, to me, you're the richest man on the planet. Because you can accomplish anything at that point. You can accomplish literally anything. And I know negativity is running this world, and even people that make so much money, right? They're probably not even human. But I don't think that has to be the only way. You could be top dog and still have a positive outlook on life, and people around you, the people that you surround yourself with, is a reflection of how you are. So if you choose the right people to accommodate your goals and what you want to accomplish, and it'll make that journey just that much more enjoyable and fun. At the end of the day, people just want to make money and have fun. No one's having fun anymore. It's hard to even just have fun going out, with things being expensive, people just being on their phone, everyone's being mugging, no one's trying to really just let loose like people did back way before that. 2026. It's a little scary, but like I said, keep going. We'll figure it out. We will all figure this stuff out at one point. It's gonna happen. Almost done with my walk, but in the video here pretty soon. This video's getting kind of long. I know. I've said a lot of stuff, so let's pull it back. And there's a squirrel. So the first little recap here is that I'm back. All right, I'm back to making content again. I'm back in good spirits again. I was kind of down for the last couple of months. But now we're back on our feet, back snippity snappity, and we're rolling. I'm with you. Let's do this. Let's try to get after it. Let's try to have a good day, right? Let's try to have a good, think of it as, let's have a good hour, right? It's 6 p.m. Let's have a good hour. 7 p.m. All right, let's have another good hour. And then it's 8. Okay, let's have another good hour. 9 p.m. Okay, let's have another good hour. 10 p.m. Okay, let's have it. And then 11 p.m. Okay, it's time to go to bed, right? Wake up. All right. Let's not grab our phone right away. Let's get up. Let's read the Word of God. Let's meditate. Do other things that kind of take your mind off of all the negativity. You need to have things that you can just take your mind off of all of that rah-rah that's going on your phone, out in the world, at your job, school, wherever you're at. People are going to try and bring you down. It's always been like that in my life. There's always somebody out there that's trying to bring me down, and I've succumbed to the pressure. It's just every human, right? But I think it's important to keep your spirit going. That fire, that passion inside of you. Don't ever let that die. Don't ever let that drive die down, because you need it to survive. You really do. And I'm not just talking about no job, okay? I'm talking beyond that. I'm talking big stuff that can make you money in your sleep. That's what everyone wants to do. And I get an amen in the chat. We all just want to make money while we're sleeping, so we don't have to worry about that, and we can focus on what we love doing. Once we get on that path, man, how could you not be happy? You know what I'm saying? All right, I think I've done enough yapping. Basic thing is that I'm back motivating you guys to just be best versions of yourself. This is A Life, and I'm out. Peace.